We are back with another episode of the Flag to Flag podcast. My name is John, the motorsports enthusiast, and as always, Chad, co-host, repping the Brickyard 400, repping the Music City GP shirt. We got not too much to talk about today. Heavy NASCAR episode. We're going to talk about some IndyCar with some street courses. Going to talk about Kimi Antonelli and Formula One. I'm going to talk about NASCAR Throwback weekend and other things going on in the motorsport world if you want to pay attention and watch those. So,
our first one here today is thoughts on IndyCar going to other street circuits, and if so, where did she go? Where should they go? And for me, I say yes and no. Let me explain. Yes, I feel like we should definitely branch out to more street circuits and whatnot. However, I really like how this year we have 6 regular road courses, 6 ovals, and 6 street courses.
Yeah.
Yes, go to other ones, but, maybe, I don't want to say pick and choose, but kind of, maybe take some out, put some in and whatnot. I mean, sure. It's also, that's not, as easy to do. Like, I mean, I loved the Music City Grand Prix every year. It did feel every year like it was very, like, almost rushed, the event, and it felt like everything was so compact.
Yeah.
And you couldn't really see much, mainly because the main part of the track was over a river. But
fair. They can't just like throw up stands in the middle of the river. So
yeah, but
Cumberland.
I really hope that they do end up going back to that one layout they had planned, where the start finish line is right down Broadway.
I think it could be a cool track layout, especially with the involvement of some of the bars down there.
Absolutely.
Like, obviously, Tootsie's getting Borchetta Bourbon, obviously. I mean, you see the hat right there. But also with the new stadium, I think it'd be a really cool event to, like, launch that new stadium, because I don't want to see them go away from the super speedway. But also, I'm okay with it going back down the streets of Nashville because of how cool it was. I think it'd be really neat if they found a way to incorporate. They tore down, obviously, the original Nissan, put a parking lot in, raced around the new stadium to announce it, race it down Broadway. I mean, I think it'd be a really cool layout. I mean, maybe go like across the bridge and make a right. I guess that'd be second, and then go down Broad and circle back around and go around. I think it'd be really neat to do.
Absolutely. Is there any other cities you would love to see a street course at? Me, I'd love to see it. Nashville. But what about you, John? Where else would you love to see a IndyCar street race?
So I think there's a couple that top my list. Nashville would be there, but I know that's probably not going to happen. I would like to see Miami. I would love to see them do it around other stadiums. So because the Autodrome track's already there, I would love to see what they could do.
But Miami's not a street course. I don't care what anyone says. Miami is not a street course.
It is.
Okay.
It is. It is.
Yes, it would be fantastic to see him go around Miami.
Yeah, I think it'd be really cool to do some city. There is a hot topic, but like Denver. Denver has been this hot topic recently, is if they're going to go there. I would love to see something, maybe either like Philadelphia would be neat, something up in that range. New York has been brought to the table.
I was about to say, I'd love to see one in New York.
Yeah, New York would be really neat to see. I also think maybe doing something maybe like in and around Seattle. I'm trying to think of big markets that would be interested in it happening. I think those could be pretty big ones, especially with like the football teams there. Chicago. I mean, that would also, we've seen how that went with NASCAR. We'll see how they would have to do it with IndyCar.
Well, here's the thing with NASCAR. NASCAR, that was the first time they ever did a street race. A proper street race. Let's put it like that, where this, like, IndyCar has experience. Another place I would love to see it, and this kind of leads into my next topic of conversation I wanted to do for IndyCar as well, is in Charlotte, North Carolina, which I wanted to hear your opinion. I know you've voiced your opinion on your Instagram, the Motorsports Enthusiast, and what do you think about, the double headers between NASCAR and IndyCar?
Yeah, I think if you're going to do it, are we talking specifically like a double header with a street course or a road course involved?
Just in general, like this is what I was wanting to happen with the Charlotte Roval.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool to see the IndyCars on the high banks and get them around. Yes. I just think it'd be really neat to see if the car can. The car can handle it for sure. The downforce should be fine. That'd be really neat to see. I bet they could fly around that place with the amount of downforce and grip they have. I think it'd be very, very entertaining, especially going through the last couple corners, because you can't really hit the rumble strips, the turtles there. You can't really do that with those cars. I think it'd be really fun. I also think somehow I think it'd be cool to see a Brickyard. It would never happen. But like a Brickyard 400 and Indy 500 back to back.
Never.
It would never happen.
That would never happen.
Or if we're talking double headers, why not try to do Nashville and get 4 series on track? Because if you have Cup, Xfinity, O'Reilly, Craftsman, or the Cup Series, and then IndyCar, and then I guess if you want to throw Indy next in there, I mean, you have just a plethora.
That's a
full
weekend.
Well, they have a lot of area around that track that they can.
The only issue, yes, they have a lot of area around that track, but they only have so much garage space.
Bingo.
That's like the only thing, and that's something you have to kind of take into consideration with this.
Yeah.
So there's that. So I was in Phoenix for the doubleheader.
Right.
All right. First off, new garden. Getting it done
Thank goodness.
was the points leader for a week. Now he's down in 4th, but that's okay.
It happens.
It happens. But yeah, it was good, and I got to talk to a few people who were also at the NASCAR Trucks in St. Pete race as well, and I kind of got some opinions. There was a little bit of frustration on the O'Reilly Series side because we were parked not terribly far away, but we were parked rather far from pit road. And unlike IndyCar, in NASCAR, we can't haul our cars around on those little truck dollies or whatever. Like, we have to push our cars, and so there was that. So there was that, and from what I heard in St. Petersburg, they were packed in there like sardines for the Truck Series. So I think it was had mixed reviews, but yeah, I think I personally enjoyed it. I mean, yeah, the kind of pushing the cars around a little bit more did stink a little, but I mean, it wasn't anything I'm not used to. I mean, in Daytona, we're like all the way in turn 3 for our pit, so it's for the Truck Series, so there was that. But yeah, I hope they do more from a fan perspective. I hope they do more from an industry perspective. I hope they plan it out a bit better, but that's...
So I guess that raises the question, would you want to see the Cup Series in St. Pete? Cup Series IndyCar doubleheader weekend, St. Pete. It would replace COTA, I think. Yeah,
but it'd be a street course, so if anything, it'd replace the naval base.
Yeah.
I felt like that track was I feel like that track's too thin for IndyCar sometimes, and I felt like it was really too thin for the Truck Series. I think it'd be cool, don't get me wrong, but I think if we're going to do the double headers, with IndyCar and NASCAR, I think they need to be on purpose-built tracks. From what I heard in Indianapolis when they did the double header with IndyCar and NASCAR a few years back, apparently that went incredibly smooth.
Yeah. I mean, you have a ton of space.
You have a lot more space. So, I feel like let's go back to Nashville Super Speedway. If we do that, I don't think we'd be able to have Indy next. And it maybe the O'Reillys or the Truck Series there, but I don't think we'd have to be able to have all 5. That would be way too much. Because I'm just thinking about like the location and everything and all that.
Sure.
But yeah, anyway, John, that's it for IndyCar. We have off week this week before we head to Barber next week. Hopefully no mannequins will fall on the track. I love
maybe they will. Hold on. Maybe they will. Maybe it's gonna
that was I remember when that happened and we reported on it. We
were like, what just happened? Yeah, that was pretty fun.
If you guys don't know what we're talking about, whoever's listening, if you don't know what we're talking about, go search up Barber Motorsports Park mannequin IndyCar and you'll see the video. It's very
hilarious.
Funny.
It's hilarious.
It is hilarious.
Yeah, some of the IndyCar audio was good. So
now let's move on to Formula One here. I tried to stay up to watch the race.
That's wild, dude.
And I couldn't.
That's wild.
I fell asleep at like 2 a.m. my time.
Oh, so right when it started. Or right when it was about to start.
It was like an hour before it was supposed to start.
Yeah. See, I
3 for me, and
it's tough to stay up. You have to go to sleep, then wake up.
I can't do that because once I'm asleep, I'm asleep. So that's my thing.
Gotcha.
But I did, however, watch the sprint race, and I can't believe I'm about to say this. I thoroughly enjoyed the sprint race. I liked it a lot. The late race yellow really mixed things up a little bit. Hamilton put on a fantastic run. And yeah, from what I saw, the Grand Prix was okay. You liked it?
Oh my God, yeah.
Was it a big strategy race?
Well, the Ferrari battle. The Ferrari battle. We saw a...
Yeah.
Okay, what about the Ferrari battle did you not like?
Oh, nothing about the Ferrari battle. It's just they were fighting for third. Or second. Or no, third.
And?
I mean, yeah, it was a good battle. Don't get me wrong, but I want to see these guys fighting up front.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's hard to compare when you have the Mercedes that just flies away.
That found something.
Yeah. I thought it was a great race. I mean, it was definitely strategy in play. A lot of teams, I mean, you saw McLaren didn't even start. The energy issues and the power unit issues are running rampant through the grid.
Yeah.
But I thoroughly enjoyed watching the Ferraris battle back and forth because it wasn't just the deployment of energy. It was who could break late into the corner with also the deployment of energy. So, like, it wasn't like we saw this yo-yo. I mean, it was a little bit, but not as much as what you would typically see when you had cars passing each other halfway through a straightaway because they're deploying the power, right? So, plus Kimi won. Kimi's my second guy. So,
apparently Kimi Raikkonen came out of retirement.
I know. I can't believe Kimi Raikkonen raced this week.
Yeah, I know. For those who don't know what we're talking about, Kimi Antonelli won the Formula One race in China, his maiden victory. So congratulations to him, the second youngest ever to win a Formula One Grand Prix at 19 years old. And the announcer at the race called him Kimi Raikkonen.
And didn't correct it either. From what I understand,
my thing would have been, I was kind of sitting there, I'm like, if that happened to me, I probably would have just stood there. I probably maybe would have been a little bit of a smart ass and just been like, oh, where's Kimi Raikkonen?
Like,
where is he? I probably would have been a little bit.
Yeah,
I would have waited because I'm also the type of person, I take a lot of pride in my name. So there's that. But he was a good sport about it.
He was like,
good.
It was hilarious when he was walking up. I was like,
I know.
Did they just say that? They did just say that. So yeah, Kimi Raikkonen won the 2026 Chinese Grand Prix for Mercedes.
Yeah. Also, in Formula One news, we did get word Bahrain and the Saudi GP have either been canceled or postponed. Canceled. I've heard both.
Nope, they're
John
done.
is saying okay. John,
they updated the calendar for this year. They're not there.
Okay. All right.
So
which
they are canceled.
Which stinks in my opinion. It stinks that I think both those tracks provide especially Saudi Arabia provide fantastic racing, and it also sucks the situation that's happening that caused this. That's not a good situation happening there either. So yeah, very unfortunate about that, but I'm glad you liked the race, John. Next race is Miami, and is Suzuka next weekend.
Yeah, Suzuka.
So we have another triple header weekend.
Yeah,
which is always fun.
It is. And then we, I guess the question with Formula One is, Kimi won the race, was the faster car. Arguably, Kimi was faster in Australia. Are we going to see a proper battle between the Mercedes drivers? Because they're
Silver War.
Kimi was 9 seconds in front of George before he almost binned it with 3 to go. In the hairpin, I almost had to change my pants. Because I was there, I was recording, I was like, let's go. And I was like, oh my God, why did he just lose 2.5 seconds? And I was like, oh my gosh, he almost binned it. Also, I would like to note this amazing tan I got right here. See the difference? See?
Oh, is that a watch tan?
No, that's the armband tan. Yeah, dude, that was from the armband. Yeah, dude, it's crazy. I got burned on Saturday. Either way, who didn't get burned was Kimi, besides his name. What do you think with him winning, there will be a proper fight between the drivers? Now that one driver's won one race, one driver's won another race, 2 different circuits. What do you think?
Reason I say that is, and I want to make this clear, I would love to see that. I would love to see a champion, like a proper championship fight. I know we're a long way away from having another 2021, but I would love to see a proper championship fight. But let's go back here, all right? Let's go 10 years back. 2016, Lewis Hamilton, Nico Rosberg, all right? They called that year the Silver War because it was the 2 Mercedes going back and forth. I think Toto might be worried. He doesn't want that to happen again.
Fair.
So
Fair.
I think, I I think it's going to be down to if Toto lets them race. You know? Like, Ferrari is just like, you guys can battle it out, but play nice.
Yeah, which is I think what you should do. You shouldn't, right?
These guys are race car drivers. They're here to race.
Yeah, they're not here to, hold hands with each other as they walk through the
team orders. I hate team orders so much.
Unless it sacrifices the greater good of the whole organization. That's the one side. Like, if you're, you know what I'm saying?
I know, but it's still better when they don't listen.
Oh, yeah, it makes it really fun.
Seb. It
makes it really fun. When everything is just an incident. But I think it could create a proper battle between the two.
Oh, yeah.
And I would love to see Kimi win. I would love to see Kimi win a championship.
Oh, yeah.
He's my second favorite guy.
I think it's going to be good. I would love to see the Ferraris kind of get. I would love to see the Ferraris stop screwing around with each other and work together to get to the front, because I think they can. Yeah. I think the Ferraris can run up front this year if they get their stuff figured out. Someone who I don't know is going to be up at the front is Red Bull and McLaren, the class of the field the past 2 years.
Terrible. They didn't even start.
Oscar Piastri hasn't started a Grand Prix this year.
Yeah, and that's a big question. So they had the same issue for both cars in China. So the question is,
which was, for those who don't know,
it was a
and
power
me,
unit.
because I don't.
Yeah, it was a power unit issue but it was a separate issue on the same part, which is not good. Which didn't even allow them to start the race. My question is, do we actually know how good Piastri can be going into another year with McLaren? Is he going to come out and do well? I mean, I don't. What are your thoughts? I mean, we have nothing to base it on, right? Because we haven't seen him race.
This goes on to my point I've made before of Formula One drivers are only as good as their car. I know you can say that about any motorsport, all right? But some drivers are only as good as the car they're in. Max Verstappen, for example. It is not a question in anyone's mind, love him or hate him, it's no doubt he can wheel a race car.
100%.
All right? He went to the Nürburgring and waxed them.
He'll be there this weekend, actually.
And he'll be there this weekend. I wouldn't be surprised if he did it again. But where has he finished these first two races? All right? And it's not, and we know it's not from the lack of skill from Verstappen.
Yeah. I want to go ahead.
And look at Piastri and Norris. Both world-class drivers in their own right. So
I want to look at something really quick. So when you look at, and if you'll allow me to share this, when you look at specifically at the Australia qualifying.
For those who are not watching on YouTube or Spotify, John is currently holding up the Chinese Grand Prix.
No, this is Australia. So
Australian
Max was out in Q1 of the Australian GP, which means he started all the way in the back. And where did he finish? He finished in P6 in China.
Okay, now I have a question real quick.
Yes.
Is that because they figured something out with the car? Or is that just Max being pissed off?
It's Max being Max, because I'll tell you this. Max here had to retire the car in China, but he qualified up here in P8. He was running at the time P6 before he had to be, I believe it was P6, where he finished all the way back here in basically 16th. So I think the issue with that with Red Bull now is the reliability. Like Max is the best. I still think the best driver on the grid. He can drive. He proved it in Australia. He can drive through, make up 16 spots.
Which
18,
I hate that they're now having a reliability issue now that they've just put the Ford in.
Yeah, I know. It's not a good look. It's not a good look for even
Mercedes.
Not
a good look for Red Bull. It's not a good look for Ford. It's not a good,
it's not a good look for the other Mercedes-powered cars. I mean, look at McLaren. They're both Mercedes-powered. They're having issues. I mean, it is crazy across the board, because when you have 7 cars not finish a race, Albon didn't even race. Bortoleto, Lando, and Oscar didn't even start. Both Lance and Fernando didn't finish, and neither did Max. Fernando, hold on. I want to get your thoughts on this. What are your thoughts on Fernando Alonso taking his hands off the wheel on the straightaway because he couldn't handle the vibration of the car? He physically said his hands and feet were getting numb. So he had to take his hands off and go like this to be able to regain feeling. As somebody who's driven a race car before, what if you were in his shoes? What would be going through your mind right now?
I've never had something be that bad to where I've had to take my hand off. I've never had anything that bad to where I lost feeling in my hands. I have had a few instances. Most of the time, it was because I just had a death grip on the wheel, and maybe the car was just super loose. So, there has been a few times, like, down the straightaway, I would just kind of take it, shake a little bit. K1 Speed Nashville, with the quality of their karts, there are several times down that back stretch I have to take a hand and just do that. I think it says more about the car that Formula One has regulated more than it does Aston Martin. So far the reaction from drivers has been okay to negative. So far the reaction from fans, from what I've seen, has been iffy.
I've seen iffy. I don't want to influence your thought, but I've seen iffy.
Yeah, I've seen iffy. I've seen some, not so much. And I know the odds of anyone at the FIA listening to two Americans blabber on.
Yeah, Mohammed bin Sulayem, if you're listening right now,
fix the car.
Change your fucking car. Or fix the fucking car.
Fix the fucking car. Yeah. But yeah, it's yes, Formula One is the most technically advanced racing series in the world. But the racing is the on-track product, all right? Which I can say this about IndyCar and NASCAR. I feel like I'm getting more and more to the point with Formula One to where I can't say this, but with IndyCar and NASCAR, you can people go to the race for two main things: the experience and the on-track action. All right? People go to Formula One races, one, for the experience. Yes, that carries over. But I've thought about this, and I feel like Formula One is trying to present itself as some exclusive club that everyone wants to get into. And I think they have focused so heavily on trying to market themselves like that, all right? By, you want to watch us? You have to buy Apple TV, a top technical company's TV provider. If you tell the time, make sure you do a tag hue or whatever it's called for the time. Mm-hmm. Our champagne is made by Ferrari and all. I feel like they're trying so hard to make themselves this exclusive club that it's hindering the on-track action. And the on-track action is why I turn on the TV on Sunday. I want to see cars duking it out for 50 to 70 laps, and I want to see cars, for the most part, push. All right? I've been a big advocate for them to bring back mid-race refueling.
Yeah.
So they can just hammer it down. But yeah, that's me getting off my weekly episode soapbox. I feel like I have these all.
Hey, it's good. It's fun.
Yeah, this is why I like this show. I can express my opinions.
Exactly.
But yeah, John. I mean, do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? What are your thoughts on that? And what do you think? Do you think the car is the issue? Do you think Aston Martin just threw the kitchen sink at it and it hit the stove instead?
Yeah, I think it's a mix of everything. I mean, here's the thing: you have some teams that figured it out, some teams that didn't.
You have that every year.
And you have, F1 wants to be the premier. They want to be the nicest, the fanciest. They want, that's why they have Ferrari and McLaren and now Audi and all of these luxury brands.
Upscale brands, yeah.
Yeah, it's what their identity is. And there's nothing wrong with that. You can make your identity whatever you want.
The championship trophy travels around in a Louis Vuitton case.
Exactly. You have this exclusivity, but also this inherent elevated nature of Formula One that some may turn some away, but for the masses, it's a big marketing play.
It is.
I've had this discussion with some other
John's
colleagues.
Putting his VAW Media hat on now.
or red line, depending on where we're talking.
Red line, yes, red line.
So when you have, people aren't just going to the races to watch the drivers, they're going to the race to experience something. It almost reminds me of, in a way, going to the Masters. People go to the Masters because they say they've been to the Masters. I feel like Formula One is, in a sense, they've been there for a second, but almost getting to the point where it's almost like an experience. Hey, I went to the Monaco GP. I went to Silverstone. I went to this, which is totally, that's totally fine.
You could say that about. I mean, there's people who go to the Indy 500 just to say they've been to the Indy 500.
I saw a great video.
There's people who go to Daytona for the 500 just say they've been to Daytona. So you have a little bit of that in every sport. I think it's just amplified. Formula One.
In Formula One, it's 100% amplified. There was a guy.
Said you saw a video.
So it was another creator in the space. I'll shout him out here. I'll make a video on it too. But Noah Chavez, he is been an IndyCar fan his entire life, and he got his first Indy 500 tickets for this year. And you can see he's always wanted to go. Like, this is going to be one of the greatest moments of his life. Basically, is what he described. Capturing that same moment and feeling is what I think Formula One has been doing, but also wants to achieve for the broader landscape of people. That's why
they just don't want to do it for one race. They want to do it for the whole year.
I think so, but also the reason, I mean, when you're thinking about this from a marketing play, it makes a lot of sense to why if you're having the trophy in a Louis Vuitton case, the people who can afford Louis Vuitton may want to come to the race, right, and spend that money to be up in the paddock.
If you have a Ferrari or you have a Mercedes,
all that stuff,
you automatically know who to cheer for.
Exactly. It's a big branded marketing play here, which it makes a ton of sense.
Yeah, you have to do that. NASCAR does it. IndyCar does it. But at the same time, IndyCar and NASCAR and Formula One, all three are trying to sell you an experience. Yeah. All right? IndyCar and NASCAR are selling you an experience of an on-track experience, all right? Like, you're going there because you know it's going to be a great race no matter what. Formula One, I think, is trying to sell you an experience, just the whole event, which you can say that about NASCAR and IndyCar too, but I feel like with Formula One, going there, taking photos that you were at the race and all this other stuff, It's
a status symbol. I think it's a status symbol.
Yes, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah, for sure.
And personally, this is also coming from someone who grew up in the Southeast in NASCAR country.
Yeah.
I don't like that, and
I think it depends on how you do it.
Yeah. I've had races where I have sat in the sweltering sun in the grandstands. I've had races where I've sat in a suite, and both are nice. I like being out in the grandstands because I like hearing it. I like feeling it. That's just me. I go to the racetrack for the race. I'm going to the racetrack. Well, I go to the racetrack now to get paid because it's my job, which is still insane to me. It's still insane to me that I get to say that.
So cool.
But, as a kid or when I was younger, I went to the racetrack to see a race. I went to a racetrack to see my favorite drivers. I went to the racetrack to see Jeff Gordon win or beat the hell out of Brad Keselowski.
Which can still happen to this day. Put him in a ring. Hendrick, put him in a ring. Anyways. Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah. So, there is a bit of that. Where with Formula One, I feel like you don't necessarily go for the race. You go to see if you can meet a celebrity you might like. Like, I guarantee you, we're going to have a bunch of people going to the races now to try and see if they can see Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, I think
her relationship with Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, I think it's a big. It totally is dependent on the fan, because I think I think that with Formula One it's amplified because it's the only global. I would argue one of the only global sports in the world to have the magnitude of reach that they do. Obviously, soccer's up there, but you don't have the same teams going from every single continent, right? You don't have that in anything else other than Formula One or I guess MotoGP. I guess you would have it there too.
WC.
So like those. But on a global scale, Formula One is that. And I think you're going to have the fans that are going to pack the grandstand, that are going to be there to watch their favorite driver win. You're going to have the people that want to go down into the paddock, try to see a driver or see a celebrity. You have the people that want to network, that want to go into the suites and do all that stuff. Like it's just so much more amplified. You know what I mean? So
I had a buddy who said, when it comes to business, Formula One in Europe is like golf in America. All right? You want to make a business deal, you go out and you play a round of golf in America. You want to make a business deal in Europe, you go to a Formula One race.
That's a cool comparison. That's neat.
And he kind of said it like that, which I was like, that's actually like a really good way to put it. But yeah, we could probably talk about this for several more hours.
We could. So let's go.
I also want to say we have an entire season. We've had 2 rounds so far in a now 22 race series.
Yeah.
You know, we have a lot of the year to go, and who knows? We might have a fantastic battle with Mercedes. You know, Ferrari might be able to stop screwing around with each other to get to the top and be able to try and fight for wins, and then maybe even McLaren or Red Bull can figure something out. Who knows?
Maybe
Williams
Haas
might something, you know?
Haas or Alpine, both. I mean,
Cadillac might even finish a race with both cars.
They did, unless I don't know what happened in China.
Didn't one of them retire in China?
No, they both were at the end. Yeah, they were both at the end.
Yeah, it's been rough. For,
I mean,
so far.
13th and 15th, but they still finished one lap down. They still got there. they made it to the end.
Last thing, Ollie Behrman, hell of a start to the year for him.
Oh my gosh, dude might be the next Ferrari driver coming up here in the next couple years.
I wouldn't be surprised.
No,
who would he replace?
Probably Lewis, because Lewis is on the. I mean, how long is Lewis going to stay in? Right? Like, I feel like, I mean, he could stay in for another 10. I don't know.
Look at Fernando.
Yeah, for real. But yeah, let's move on. Talk about the LRR, local racing report.
Racing report.
Yep.
We are. NASCAR just got done out west, but we're gonna head out west now to Tucson Speedway in Tucson, Arizona. They had their O'Reilly's Pot O' Luck race, or Pot O' Gold race. What was it called? Let me see here. It's called the Pot O' Gold.
Pot O' Gold.
O'Reilly's Pot O' Gold. I don't know. But they had their mini stocks, their Hornets, their pro stocks, and their super late models racing here this weekend. Here are your top 3 finishers from the main features. Starting second, finishing third in the number 22, Rob Brown. This is mini stocks, by the way. Starting third, coming home second, the number 34, Roger Raymond. And starting fourth, coming home with the mini stocks feature win, the number 45, Garrett Gillum. Now for your Hornets. Starting first, coming home third, the number 51, Lexi Campbell. Starting third, coming home second, the number 211, Paul Brown. And starting fourth, finishing first in the Hornets feature, and the number 12C with a fantastic name, Chad Hornish. Now for the Pro Stocks. Starting third, coming home third, the number 21, Nicholas Martinez. Starting second, coming home second, the number 8. Wow. Maria McGriff O'Neill. Starting fourth, coming home with the Pro Stocks feature win in the number 44, Richard Dorman. Now for your super late models. Had a double feature event in the, let's see here. In the first feature, starting second, coming home third in the number 9, Ron Norman. Starting fifth, coming home second, the number 05, Nick O'Neill. And starting fourth, coming home with the super late models feature win number 1, the number 26 of Dylan Jones. And in your second late model feature, starting second, coming home third, Zane McKissick. Starting fourth in the number 28. Starting fourth, coming home second, the number 08, Nick O'Neill. And starting fifth, coming home with the super late models feature win number 2, the number 26, once again, of Dylan Jones, going 2 for 2 on the super late models this past weekend in Tucson. If you would like your local short track, shout it out on the Flag to Flag podcast, email flagtoflag10@gmail.com, or hit us up on any of our social media channels. Listen out for those at the end of the episode. Make sure you go out to your local short track this weekend and bring a friend. This week's Flag to Flag at the track, it's either going to be Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway for Media Day, which we will have 2 Flag to Flag members there. Jesse Binkley testing out his new motor, new paint scheme on the car, and Lindsay will be out there doing photography. So if you're going to be at the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway for Media Day, Lindsay Luhu on Instagram or Lindsay Binkley on Facebook, and to message her to schedule some photos. So I will either be there, or I will be in Darlington, South Carolina. I will be getting a phone call here in a few hours, hopefully, that will tell me which direction I am going.
Yeah. Hopefully you get it sooner rather than later, so you don't make your way all the way here and then have to drive all the way to South Carolina. That'd be a pain.
Yeah. But you know, I've got it as planned out as well as I can.
Yeah.
You know, but it is what it is. Yeah, we're getting to that time of year. It's March, so we have started our March Madness bracket.
Games are on right now, dude.
Games are on right now. I am doing the exact same strategy I did last year.
Oh.
I came second last year.
I haven't seen who your pick is. Hold on, I haven't seen who your pick is.
My pick to win is Duke.
Oh, you're going Duke? Oh,
are you going
boy.
Arizona?
I'm the only one in the group to pick Arizona. Oh shoot!
I have Duke and Arizona at the very end, but I have.
Did Bree? She picked Duke as well.
She almost completely copied me. There's a few differences
there,
but she almost completely copied me. I called her before we recorded, and I was like, "Did you just copy me?" She goes, "Kind of." I just kind of picked random. I said,
"Picked random." Okay,
She has Tennessee going to the Final Four.
If Tennessee goes to the Final Four, I will need to do an underpants for that one. That'd be crazy. She has Duke and Tennessee in the Final Four with the total combined score of 4 points.
I don't think she's taking it. I think she's just doing it for fun.
Hey, I mean, Tennessee going to the national championship. That's great. So, Bree, thank you for that. That'd be epic.
Your light just went off.
Just lost a light. That's cute. We're going to replace it. Here we go. All right. There we go. Anyways.
But yeah, one more thing in our local short track report. This past Tuesday, it was this past Tuesday, the legend himself, Dale Earnhardt Jr., for the first time since 1999, made laps around our home track, Asheville Fairgrounds Speedway, the second oldest still functioning racetrack in the United States, and it was there before the neighborhood. I had to get that in there. I doubt any of them would listen to this show.
You never know.
And he said that it was good. He was there for a tire test for Hoosier. And I'm not holding my breath on it, but I hope I can make it to the race.
Yeah, I won't be able to, unfortunately. I can't make it.
Let's see if I can look. I will either be at that race or I will be. It's April, right? It's next month.
April 11th.
April 11th. So I will either be. I'll either be there or in Bristol.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, but Well, John, let's head into NASCAR. We have a lot of NASCAR going on, and on our document, you have the first thing written here. Is a question, and my answer is yes. Okay. Should NASCAR bring back Throwback Weekend?
I think they should.
Yes.
I think it. Let the teams that want to participate, but just make it fun. I think they could, Yeah. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of people who like it. A lot of people who think it's lost its luster, which is fine.
I agree that it's lost its luster.
Yeah.
But make something fun out of it. Best throwback scheme voted on by the fans gets a couple $1,000, or the team gets voted, or they get a little cool trophy, like they do at the Snowball Derby with the best appearing car. You get a little trophy.
Yeah. I think they should do something like that. I mean, I think it'd be cool to have it proper. But again, I mean, it's interesting to see how many teams didn't actually participate. There's only a few throwback schemes from the Cup Series side. Which goes to the next point. Chad, what is your favorite throwback of the weekend?
I really like the Greg Biffle ones.
Yeah.
I like the numbers I like what they're doing at RFK. I like the number 45 in the O'Reilly series. I love what they're doing. It's hard to say, but it's a little bit of a tie. Actually, no, it's not. I'll make up my mind. It's Tricon Garage, number 17 Toyota.
Oh, yeah.
Based off the 1995 Darrell Waltrip car.
Yeah. No, it's a great one.
I think that looks great. Tricon, I think, is doing fantastic. Also, I can't leave out their number 11. I think it's a 2008 of Johnny Benson.
Yeah, it's a cool one.
That is really cool. I love how they kind of hinted at it with the old style NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, which let's do that. Come on,
yeah. Bring back Sprint for a weekend or next.
No, I mean, not necessarily that, but it's what I want is it's lost its luster because we stopped having fun with it. And I think a bit of that is sponsors. In order to do a throwback scheme, you have to have sponsors who are willing,
correct,
to do that kind of stuff. It's with someone like Rick Hendrick with HendrickCars.com. He can have a bit more fun with the 5 car because it's his company. but you have some sponsors who aren't as willing to really kind of bend that knee a little bit. So I think there's that part that I think that played the biggest role in my opinion. I don't think NASCAR, because NASCAR just said we're not going to advertise it. They never said that you weren't allowed to come with a something like that. So yeah, I think it would be it'd be cool. But what do I know, John? What's your favorite one of the weekend?
I don't know if this is a throwback or not, but like I'll share really quick. Well, this 100% is a throwback. This is my favorite one because of how accurate it is. This is the number 12 Brendan Queen throwback to the Cummins Diesel Special. It's really cool. So it's going back to an IndyCar back in the 50s. And it has the actual branding, same thing that the car had. So very, very reminiscent of that car.
It is hard to do, like last year when they did Josh Berry and number 21 old style IndyCar or old style Formula One car. It's hard to make an Indy or a Formula One car throwback good on a stock car. They made this look good.
Yeah, no, they made it look
the only one like that I think would better would be Joey Logano's from the 25 Daytona 500.
Sure. So I
liked that one.
This is the actual throwback. You can see it right here. I mean, it's really solid. I mean, I think it's really cool. It even has the lip.
Oh, that is nice
on the hood right there, which looks really nice. But it's the exact same. The other one that I want to mention, which is, I don't know if this is a throwback to like Casey
you got
Kane.
That on Reddit. That's a scary place,
right? It is a very scary place. I don't know if this is if this is a throwback to Casey Kane, but like, are we just missing that Dodge is on the side of this car in bright red scheme? Like, is this thrown back to like?
Have they said anything? Have they posted anything?
No, but I mean, it looks like a Casey Kane throwback.
It low-key kind of does.
Yeah, I'm going to look it up right now because I want to know what... Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay. So let's go to the good old X really quick, live. So it's a throwback, but it doesn't say to what. So here we go, Chad, and everybody that's watching. Yeah, it's just...
Wait, sometimes you need to haul lumber, sometimes you need to haul ass.
I love it. That's awesome. And it says it's a Ram throwback. So I wonder if this might be something that was run back in the late 2000s or early 1990s.
I don't know.
But yeah, then also I will say honorable mention, which is still my favorite cup scheme. My favorite cup scheme of the weekend. And it's no surprise. I will definitely get the diecast. You know me. I love my diecast.
I want to know how much money you have wrapped up in the diecast.
It's stupid. This one?
Oh yes, I forgot about this. This and that 17 truck.
Oh yeah, I mean the 17 truck is unbelievable, and the 17 is
because here's the thing.
So good. It looks so good.
Here's the thing. You either hate Hocevar for trying to be like Dale Earnhardt, or you think he's reincarnated.
Right, like
all right.
This thing
and he loves it, and I love that.
It's. I think it's cool that Chili's played such a big role into the branding. Like they changed. It's minimal. Like they went with the colors that
Dale Jr. even said he loved it.
Yeah, it's a great scheme. So that's I say between the Cummins Special Diesel, the Cummins Diesel Special, and then the Hocevar. Those are my top two of the weekend. Top two favorite throwback schemes.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, yeah, throwback weekend, always a fun weekend. Wish more could do it, but now, before we talk about our picks, let's look back a little bit to this past weekend in Vegas. Very strategy-heavy race, which I know, John, you enjoy.
Love it.
Denny Hamlin winning. Love it.
Toyota's there. They got it figured out, dude.
Insane. Toyota has got something figured out. Ford has got a little bit of something figured out, but
Chevrolet looked a little bit better. They're making incremental gains here.
I know, but you got to get there quicker.
Yeah. So,
but let's talk about after the race. Finally there was none of that. I wish there was, but there was none of that.
Almost.
There was a little bit of pushing and shoving between former teammates Ross Chastain and Daniel Suarez, and it has come to light that this is not new. They have not seen eye to eye, which that's not uncommon for teammates to not really get along at times.
Right.
But I am surprised that this stayed under wraps for as long as it did.
Oh yeah, it came to really kind of a surprise to me, seeing that there was this angst, animosity, whatever you want to call it, between them. I was like, that's interesting to see what happened behind closed doors. which we'll never get the real answer, right? Because that's the beauty of this, right? But I'm very curious to know what happened. Like, what has happened in their past that they're not going to share.
Here's the thing. I saw the video of what happened on track. Didn't really look that bad, which makes me to believe that this has been building up.
For sure.
Behind
Absolutely.
the scenes.
100%.
And I don't know if I don't trust anyone who looks at videos and like tries to decipher what they're saying just by a lip movement. I don't trust that. But apparently Ross Chastain was telling Daniel Suarez, "You got fired."
Yeah.
I'm not going to believe it until I 100% hear one of them say that's what they said. I doubt it.
Yeah, dude.
That almost got ugly. Kind of wish it did.
That'd be a crazy storyline. Crazy storyline.
Did we have a good fight in NASCAR last year?
That wasn't the Ross Gregson fight, was it?
No, that was like
that was two years ago.
22 or 23, yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't remember one.
No, because I know in 24 we had Busch and
Bell.
Busch and Stenhouse.
Oh yeah, then we had Busch and Bell. Not like a fight, but like a.
They just kind of got into it a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. We need. It's due, and it could happen this weekend because we got increased horsepower. The car's going to be sliding around, and I think that's a perfect segue to talk about who our Darlington pick is for the Cup Series. So Chad, I'm putting you on the spot, 100%.
I've already thought about it, and I think I know who.
Go.
As annoying as it may be, I think the Toyota dominance is going to continue. I think it's going to be out of the JGR camp.
We might be thinking the exact same driver here.
Give me Briscoe.
We're thinking the same. I have not made it.
No one's going to believe this. We did not talk to each other before this.
No, dude, we haven't. But I literally, hold on. I have a video that is sitting in my edit on TikTok that talks about who my pick is. And
I think it's going to be Briscoe. He's won here before. He's shown tremendous speed here before. Toyotas have got something figured out right now.
They do. And
likely will be Chase Briscoe, followed by Bell, and then Larson. That's going to be my official top three for this.
Yeah, that's literally my top three is Bell, or Briscoe, Larson, and Bell.
My sleeper pick, give me Chris Buescher.
Give me it's the dirt guys. The dirts are the guys that have experience with the rear end sliding out. I think are going to play a major role. Stenhouse, obviously Larson, Bell, anybody who has
super speedway, so I don't know about Stenhouse.
I mean, he has dirt. I mean, true. I mean, we will see what happens.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great race. It's Darlington. It's always a great race. It's always a fun race.
With the tire fall off as well as the increased horsepower.
Yes, so Bob Hawker's put out that they are getting, I think, 11 sets.
Dude, that's wild.
Yeah.
That is a lot.
11 sets of tires. So hold on. I want to make sure. So that's 11 sets of tires for 37 cars. 37 cars currently on the entry sheet. All right, that's 407 sets. That's how many tires just for Cup.
1,600 tires. That's crazy, dude.
Just for Cup that they are bringing to Darlington. And they usually bring more than that.
Yeah, no, they do. And the thing is, so like if you do the math on this, the race is going to be 293 laps. If you divide that by 11, 26 laps a run.
Well, okay, so they're getting 11 sets for the whole weekend.
The whole weekend, yeah.
All right, so you're going to use one for practice.
Yeah.
You're going to use one for practice. So you're getting 10 sets for the race, 9 stickers, and 1 scuffs from qualifying. You can carry over your scuffs.
So they actually have 12 teams or 12 tires, 10 sets for the race, 1 for practice and 1 for qualifying. That will transfer to the race day. So this is as of 2 days ago. By staff report. Yep. So it is going to be 12 sets in the entire weekend, 10 new sets for the race, 1 for practice and another for qualifying that will transfer to race day. So you have scuffs. You'll have some scuffs there. Yeah. So a lot of tires. What?
That's insane to me. That's insane.
Yeah.
I mean,
they want fall off.
Yeah.
They got freaking fall off, I guess. We'll see how.
Yep. We have 36 cars or 36 trucks. For the truck series, we have 4. So all the trucks are making the race. We have 40 O'Reilly series cars. So 2 will be going home. Yeah, O'Reilly's has been popping off this year. They've had at least 40 cars at almost every race except COTA.
Jeez.
And then in the Cup Series, they have 37, so all the cars are going to be making the race there. No surprise. Yeah.
Awesome. So we both got Briscoe for this weekend. That's pretty crazy. So
I'd love to see Buescher pull something out. I'd love to see one of the Chevy guys pull something out.
Hey, you can't count out Larson, but he has a ton of DNFs in the spring, so I'm not looking forward to that. Yeah. But yeah, other news really quick. Formula E is in Madrid. IMSA is racing this weekend, the 12 hours of Sebring. We got MotoGP in Brazil, and Max is racing at the Nürburgring this weekend in a Mercedes. It's going to be a little bit of a...
Here's an idea. We got 2 races off, from Formula One. Bring back Imola.
Well, I think here are my 2 picks. I put out a video on ATL Media about this. 2 tracks that make a ton of sense that wouldn't have any geographical issues. Go to Fuji. It's grade 1. It's in Japan. Then make the trip to Indianapolis because it's grade 1 as well. You wouldn't have to worry about it at all. You just go there early. Stay in Japan 1 more week, then go to the States.
I'd love for them to go back to... I don't think they'd ever go back to Indianapolis.
They will never. No.
But I'd love for it too.
I would love for it too. So...
All right, John, where can they find us?
Flag to Flag Podcast everywhere. To search us up on any social platform, you'll see us there with the Flag to Flag logo at Flag to Flag Podcast. And make sure to watch us on YouTube as well as listen to us on Spotify at Flag to Flag Podcast. We've reached the end of the episode. Make sure to drop any thoughts and predictions in this weekend in the chat for the Cup Series. And from Chad and myself, John, I don't have anything to wave this week, but I will show you a lovely Joey Logano Nashville win diecast. Hopefully
you showed that last time. You gotta do something else. You showed that last episode.
Let's go with a Dale Earnhardt Jr. This is appropriate. Late model. The little sun drop Galaxy late model. Why not show that one off?
Even if I'm not going to be at the race, I'm going to watch it.
Oh, it's going to be so epic. I'll be at an engagement party, so that...
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, it's I'll be able to watch it, I guess. I will try to watch it back. But everybody, enjoy the race weekend. We'll see you next week. How was your weekend, Chad? How are you? We got to have this little yip-yap session. Catch up a little bit.
Feeling better than how I felt this past weekend. I have been... kind of sick.
Oh no!
This past weekend, so that was no fun. So I wasn't able to go to Vegas, unfortunately. But yesterday was actually the first day I actually started. I actually felt a lot better.
Okay,
which
nice. Good.
Yeah, as I cough as I'm saying all that. Yeah. But yeah, it was good. I got to relax a good bit, not as much as I wanted to, but I never get to. But John, since I couldn't go to a racetrack this weekend, you decided to take over, and not just any racetrack, the inaugural running of the Grand Prix of Arlington in Texas. I wouldn't be surprised if you moved to Texas.
Never say never, right? It was unreal. I mean, we stayed very close to the track so we could walk there, which is really nice, and it was amazing. I mean, the facilities were great. It felt like an elevated event. It does not compare to the Music City GP when it was downtown. I mean, the Music City GP downtown here in Nashville, comparatively to Arlington, different classes. I mean, obviously a lot more money went into the Arlington GP. But, I mean, I thought the food was great. I thought the people were really nice. I mean, everything was fantastic. We'll be making this an annual trip 100% as a Cowboys fan, as everybody knows right there. So, I could not go, and I'm so glad we went. I'm so glad Sophia and I were able to go. So it was a really good racing, too. I mean, really clean. I mean, I was very surprised at how clean the race was.
Especially compared to the support races.
Yeah, the support races were wild. I mean, Indy Next, you had that incident right on the start. The Toyotas still same thing happen. They got the green flag, then they had an incident, which those guys are really cool to watch. If you haven't watched the Toyota GR Cup race, those guys slinging around. They are not afraid to move you out of the way, go 3 wide, shoot the gap. Very impressive racecraft there.
I don't know if you've ever driven that car in iRacing, but it's a ton of fun.
Is it the Miata? Or not the Miata?
Toyota GR Cup?
I totally messed that up.
It's the Toyota GR86.
Thank you, yeah. Thank you. It says Toyota in the name, yeah. I have not. I've raced the Miata. Does it race similar to the Miata?
Yes and no. I mean, Miata's front-wheel drive, GR86 is rear-wheel drive. You've got that aspect, but
yeah,
there are some similarities, but there are some differences there as well. But I really wanted to go. I was texting John all weekend, just telling him how jealous I was, because it looked like it was such a fun event and everything. If we try and make it a group trip next year, you can bet 110% I will be wearing a Steelers jersey.
You will not be allowed in. There were actually people there wearing Eagles hats and stuff, and I was
it just to like kind of poke fun at the Cowboys?
Maybe, probably. I turned to Sophia and I was like, yeah, these people are in enemy territory. I mean, the amount of Cowboys gear that was around was abundant.
I don't doubt it. And even maybe even Rangers gear, I bet.
Yeah, I mean, it was really cool to see how much, I mean, just all different kind of sports gear. Not even like the Cowboys or the Rangers, but a ton of Formula One stuff, which is really neat to see. Like I don't say actual fans. That sounds terrible. But it seemed like it was like I saw Kimi Raikkonen hats. I saw like Jensen Button.
I will say this,
like team kits. Like it was really cool to see diversity there.
Any fan of motorsports is a fantastic fan, but if you are wearing Formula One stuff to an IndyCar event, I can kind of understand that. If I see you wearing Formula One stuff to a NASCAR race, that I'm gonna be honest, that annoys me a little.
Understood. I mean, I get it. I think it's interesting because a lot of the gear that I saw this weekend was McLaren. A ton of McLaren stuff.
Which makes that's understandable.
Exactly.
But when I'm out there seeing a Red Bull shirt in Phoenix, Arizona,
yeah,
it's like, yeah, but that's just me being me.
I think Red Bull makes sense though because now you have SVG, Trackhouse, Connor Zilic.
Yeah.
You have the crossover there. So,
yeah.
Sorry, I'm playing.
I mean, you could honestly even make an argument for Ferrari because Shell and you've got Logano.
You could, yeah, good point.
But
but
anyway,
great event. Highly recommend.
Speaking of road course events, let's get right into our topic of discussion.